Chairperson, Public Investments Committee on Commercial Affairs and Energy to move.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleague. And I really appreciate that you have given me this time. I waited for this time, Honorable Speaker, for 2 weeks. But as you said, Parliament schedules. So, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that this House adopts the report of the Public Investment Committee on Commercial Affairs and Energy on the examination of the audited financial statements for the selected state corporations in the roads and transport sector laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 14th October 2025. Honorable Speaker, as I move this report, Honorable Speaker, which is basically, as I have just said, transport sector, what we agreed, Honorable Speaker, as a committee is that we have scheduled our report examination of the books, and now we are doing sector-wise, Honorable Speaker. And in this sector, which you have given me a very golden opportunity, Honorable Speaker, to move, we have done transport sector, which are roads and transport. And in roads, which ones are these, Honorable Speaker? These are as follows. We have, Honorable Speaker, and in this report, which I tabled last time, and which I have here, containing 430 pages, Honorable Speaker. We have the following agencies, which I am putting in the House to agree with our recommendation. 1, we have Kenya Urban Roads Authority, which is KURA, Honorable Speaker. 2, we have Kenya Rural Roads Authority, KERA. 3, we have LAPSET, Corridor Development, Honorable Speaker, Development Authority. 3, we have Kenya Ports Authority. 4, we have Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. 5, we have Kenya National Authority, that is KENA, that is doing our National Train Roads, Honorable Speaker. And in this report of 430 pages, Honorable Speaker, we have Nairobi Metropolitan Area. Honorable Speaker, in audit, it will be very crucial for members, Honorable Speaker, and yourselves to know that we have dealt with a number of years. This, Honorable Speaker, this report, which I have presented before you, Honorable Speaker, we went through an accumulation of 20 years in examining the books, Honorable Speaker, for Auditor General. An accumulation of 20 years, which are really a lot, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we went through a number of audit queries. And the total audit queries, Honorable Speaker, in this report, which I presented before you, are 248 audit queries that were raised by Auditor General in those subsectors I've just mentioned. Speaker, among the 248, 140 were resolved by the Auditor General and the agencies that were concerned. And what came before us for examination and arbitration or trying to resolve, Honorable Speaker, as the committee or PIC in charge of commercial affairs and energy are 140, Honorable Speaker. And that is what we went through all the time. 140 are resolved, and we went through 108, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is my summary, or the summary of the issues that came within this sector, Honorable Speaker. And I want to present before the House the issues that came before us for examination. And we did a very great job in examining them, Honorable Speaker. So these are the highlights before you, Honorable Speaker. Number 1, cross-cutting issues that the Auditor General found within those agencies. One very crucial, Honorable Speaker, is about land issues. There were a lot of queries in those agencies which are presented before you on land matters, Honorable Speaker. What are these that were raised by Auditor General? Number 1, Honorable Speaker, Auditor General found that most of these agencies have no papers in the lands they occupy. They have no papers, they have no title deeds, they have no allotment letters, in almost all of them. And that poses a very, very big risk in terms of assets, Honorable Speaker. When you look at going concerns and so on, land becomes a fundamental issue in these sectors. And Honorable Speaker, in my few years of this committee, Honorable Speaker, I found that almost public agencies have no title deeds, Honorable Speaker. And that is what the Auditor General flagged as a fundamental issue before my committee for examination, Honorable Speaker. And of importance to this House and the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker, is Kenya Ports Authority, among the agencies which I've just mentioned that I'm presenting before you, Honorable Speaker, and the House, that they have almost lost all the land. Why? Because they have no title deeds, they have no ownership documents. but they have buildings in those pieces of land. They have other assets in those pieces of land, but they have no titles. And they have risked. We even went and saw some of them, Honorable Speaker. They have been grabbed by other citizens who are cartels, and they have lost this land, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, this is a serious concern that I want to present before you and the House, so that the people of Kenya can also join us and help some of these institutions, which I am just giving before you, that Honorable Speaker, KPA is in danger of losing the land. And you know, KPA is a very fundamental national infrastructure. And I want to say this, Honorable Speaker, so that the people, and particularly National Land Commission, should hear us and should hear the House, Honorable Speaker, because it's a House that resolves the issues and that affect the people. KPA is under risk, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, that is a fundamental issue that we found cross-cutting in those agencies. And I've given an example of Kenya Post Authority. What's our recommendation there, Honorable Speaker, in those issues that concern land in the entire, across the agencies? We are of the opinion, Honorable Speaker, that National Land Commission must up the game. And if National Land Commission cannot secure the public land of our institution, Honorable Speaker, then there is no need for National Land Commission to exist, Honorable Speaker. That we have a very tough recommendation to the agencies that are supposed to protect land, Honorable Speaker. Two, Honorable Speaker, a cross-cutting issue that we saw in these agencies is the issue of delayed projects, particularly in the road subsector. When you go to Kera, you find all roads are stuck. When you go to Ukura, the same. When you go to Kenya, the same. Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General has flagged that one as a fundamental issue in that sector of roads. And we went through, Honorable Speaker, and we found the reasons why some of these roads are not there. Of course, you know, in your constituency and my constituency, they are the same. Roads are not being done. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General flagged them out as a danger to resourcing, Honorable Speaker, in this country, and value for money. Actually, Auditor General is saying there's no value for money in almost 60% of our road network in this country. What are the reasons, Honorable Speaker? We found out in our examination and visits that one of the reasons, Honorable Speaker, the biggest spending bill, that contributes to these roads being stuck on the way or nobody is doing at all, it is spending bills. Why pending bills? Of course, you know the reasons, Honorable Speaker, which I will espouse in a minute. But one is pending bills. Number two, which we found as a committee, Honorable Speaker, is that the contractors which were identified have no capacity. And this is very important, Honorable Speaker, that these people who are in roads, because we're asking whether some of these contractors are also part of the agencies or the staff of agencies, and that is why they cannot do their work, Honorable Speaker. Most of the roads, these people have run away from the work called contractors, Honorable Speaker. We found out that that's one of the reasons that has costed us billions of money in terms of value for money. The third, Honorable Speaker, that we found out that it is causing this problem is that the road subsector is not getting sufficient release of exchequer. Even when it is in budget, Honorable Speaker, they don't get that money in good time. So what is our recommendation in that sector, Speaker, so that we are able to save money? Because the losses we are getting in terms of roads not being done, Honorable Speaker, is that the contractors are claiming for interest, the contractors are claiming for damages and so on. So Kenya, we are paying billions of money, which we would have saved in making those roads, Honorable Speaker. We are proposing to the House and you, Honorable Speaker, that number one, the roads agency that have a contractor that have defaulted or assigned his or her work to another contractor, that contractor should be blacklisted, Honorable Speaker. They should not do work in this country. They should be blacklisted. If they get a job, contractor who has been blacklisted gets a job, that's corruption, Honorable Speaker, and the agency and the CEOs must be taken to task and go to jail, Honorable Speaker, because these are the people who are causing us problem. They have known they don't do any work. So why do you give them any other work, Honorable Speaker? That is one of the recommendations. Number two recommendation in that sector, Honorable Speaker, in terms of value for money, we have found out that, and our proposal, Honorable Speaker, and our recommendation is that money, when budgets have been done, exchequer going to roads, Honorable Speaker, we are proposing that Speaker should not be split into quarters. It doesn't make sense, Honorable Speaker, when you split them into quarters. Because you give little amount of money, they don't pay the contractor because it's a little amount of money. We are proposing to you, Honorable Speaker, the House, that the road sector should get the amount in time when they ask for exchequer. Rather than giving 4 quarters, we give them once, Honorable Speaker. That's our proposal as a committee. The third recommendation we are recommending, Honorable Speaker, in this sector of roads, we agree with the President William Ruto proposal for funding these roads. You know, the President, Honorable Speaker, came with that proposal of securitization. That is the future, Honorable Speaker. I am happy as a chairman to say before this committee now and this House that when I was chairman of Transport, Honorable Speaker, last Parliament, we contributed towards proposing that we should fund roads differently, not in the budget, Honorable Speaker, and we thank the President for spearheading an alternative way of funding roads, including now the new infrastructure bond infrastructure fund, Honorable Speaker. Roads cannot be funded normally. We must fund roads abnormally so that we can be able to move forward, Honorable Speaker. The third area of concern which I want to share with the House, Honorable Speaker, which we found out is, or found out by the Auditor General, is this issue of employment, particularly in the national cohesion area, Honorable Speaker. We found out that most agencies, specifically, Honorable Speaker, and of your concern to the House, most agencies which are regional based, most of those agencies, Honorable Speaker, are being run, or the officers come from the communities upon which these agencies are existing, or they are working there, or headquarters. If an agency is headquarters in Mombasa, most of the people who work in that agency are the people who come from Mombasa. If the headquarters in North Rift, people who work in that agency in North Rift, Honorable Speaker, come from North Rift, Honorable Speaker. We found out that there is total violation to the National Cohesion Act, Honorable Speaker. Total violation to that act. What is our recommendation, Honorable Speaker? Our recommendation is that that law must be implemented. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, some institutions, they talk in local language and translate in English the minutes. Because all of them talk in their local language. All of them. And then it's serious, Honorable Speaker. Actually, then we are not promoting a country. We're actually promoting some sectors of this country. That is what was isolated by the Auditor General, that cut across the agencies which I have just mentioned, Honorable Speaker, and particularly those ones that are based at the regional level. We are suggesting, Honorable Speaker, that we need to review that law, and those that run those institutions, Honorable Speaker, must be able to make sure that we follow the law. The fourth one, Honorable Speaker, and maybe finally as my highlight, is we found the Auditor General flagged the sibling rivalry between Kenya Airways and Kenya Civil Aviation Authority in terms of expenditure and use of air passenger service charge. Honorable Speaker, we are of the opinion, and we propose in our recommendation here before you, Honorable Speaker, that we are asking the House to agree with us. We are proposing, Honorable Speaker, that that money which the two agencies seems to be having rivalry, sibling rivalry, they are almost taking each other to court. We are proposing that, Honorable Speaker, that when they are collected by KRA, that money should be taken, whatever it is for Kenya Civil Aviation Authority should be taken straight to Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, and whatever is for KAA should go to KAA. But at the moment, Honorable Speaker, and what the Auditor General has flagged out, the money goes from KRA to KAA, then from KAA to KCA. The problem comes when the money is supposed to move from KAA to KCA. They find a problem, Honorable Speaker, that they're almost taking themselves to court. And we as a committee, having seen that and flagged by Auditor General, we are of the opinion, Honorable Speaker, to you and the House, that you agree with us that we should amend the Air Passenger Service Act so that the money is collected by KRA, and whatever it is for KCA should go straight to KCA, and whatever for KA should, Honorable Speaker, go then straight to KA. Honorable Speaker, having said that and having highlighted that, Honorable Speaker, we are of the opinion that, Honorable Speaker, the Auditor General needs to be resourced properly. Honorable Speaker, they are doing a great job. I will tell you, being the chairman now for a number of those years, Honorable Speaker, I want to plead with you and the House that these people are saving Kenya billions of money. Honorable Speaker, Auditor General must be resourced properly, and particularly now with the devolved units. Now you find Auditor General is in these devolved units, all of them. And I'm saying that because, Honorable Speaker, when they come before my committee, they are so stretched. And that's why I'm proposing to you, Honorable Speaker, at the House, that you do agree with us that the Auditor General needs to be resourced properly so that we can be able to save Kenya money. Honorable Speaker, because of time and the interest of the members which I am seeing here, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that those are a few highlights that I want to highlight in moving this motion. And having moved it, Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you, and I want to ask my colleague and my friend, Honorable Sheikh Yusuf, Honorable Speaker, to second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to second my chairman, Honorable Speaker, on the third report of the Public Investment Committee on Commercial Affairs and Energy. Mr. Speaker, the Committee of Public Investment and Commercial Affairs is a very crucial committee that takes its time and gets its work seriously. Mr. Speaker, after deliberation and seeing all the queries that was brought before us and investigating thoroughly, we came up with two sets of queries. A query that is always general to all departments and sagas that presented their reports before us. For example, Mr. Speaker, one of the queries that always comes up in front of the committee is the bending bill, Mr. Speaker. Whether it is roads, whether it is KPA, whether it is any other, whether it is Kenya Ports Authority, Kenya Civil Aviation, all of them, Mr. Speaker, have a bending bill. And this bending bill issue, Mr. Speaker, is becoming a monster in this country, where contractors and people who are doing business with Kenyans are left with the burden. And nobody cares about it, most of it. Mr. Speaker, if, for example, I give you an example, is Kenya Rural Roads Authority. This Kenya Rural Roads Authority, Mr. Speaker, has accumulated of bending bills was disrupting the operations and expenditure of KERA. Now the committee noted, Mr. Speaker, the interest alone on delayed payments on this particular institution is 66 billion Kenyan shillings, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this 66 billion could have gone into the healthcare service, it could have gone into education or any other critical infrastructure in this country, Mr. Speaker. Paying 66 billion on penalties by only one entity is not a joke, Mr. Speaker. This country needs to wake up. This House must work hard and to make sure that we will not have any bending bills, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, secondly, what the committee also observed is, Mr. Speaker, is the issue of land. All these entities, Mr. Speaker, lack of ownership documents by the entities themselves on their properties, Mr. Speaker. You will find that even their offices, some of their headquarters offices, have no documentation, Mr. Speaker. Or there is a litigation, or they're in courts fighting to retrieve or gain legal ownership of that specific document, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this was a very serious issue by all departments. No single department had not presented that kind of query in front of the committee, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the third issue, Mr. Speaker, is the KCA issue, Mr. Speaker. The committee noted a gap in collection and management of air passenger service charges, Mr. Speaker. The committee was informed that the funds are collected by the Kenya Revenue Authority instead of KCA. Authority who remits to fund that it is directly managed by Kenya Airport Authority. The infrastructure is in Kenya Airport Authority, and the funds are collected by KRA. The Kenya Civil Aviation Authority undertakes monthly reconciliation on the APSC revenue to determine the amount receivable, but lacks full visibility into the actual allocation, Mr. Speaker. That's an issue. You can't account for something that you have not collected, Mr. Speaker. It is either, Mr. Speaker, the infrastructure itself shall be managed by KRA in totality, or the management and the collection of the revenue should be under KCA. That mix-up, Mr. Speaker, is creating a lot of queries with the auditors and problems with the KCA. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, the committee recommends that there should be enhanced integrated plan and collaboration between the NLC and relevant transport entities so as to streamline bureaucratic process and speed up processing of the title deeds, Mr. Speaker. The coordination among the two entities will help minimize litigation, Mr. Speaker, and blockage and overcome legal hurdles. Mr. Speaker, these two entities are government-owned entities. There is nothing that prevents them to come up with a amicable solution to solve the issue of land, government land. We are not talking about private land. We are talking about government land. Some have been investigated by the EAC because they were grabbed by individuals, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with those few remarks, I second the report. Thank you very much.